Let's start the class. Sit comfortably. Close your eyes. Bring all your attention back inwards to the body. Observe how the body is feeling. Observe how you're holding it. Time to let go of any tension, tightness that might be there, any clenching that might be happening without you realizing it. You can internally scan from the feet to the head, checking all the muscles to make sure you're not clenching or holding. The body open, relaxed. And then scan the body again to see if you've let any part be very passive. Bring a little activeness, as if you're about to lift the body, lift each of the parts, or move each of the parts. Feel the body weight. Feel the pressing of the legs on the mat, the buttocks. Try to bring a lightness in the legs, buttocks. Check your arms. See how the palms are placed on the knees. A lightness in the arms, the torso, the neck, head, and face. Observe all the small muscles in the face. No clenching or tightening. No passivity. Active in every part. Every part of the body feeling awake and alive. Observe your breathing. See the quality of your natural breathing. Is it relaxed, flowing smooth and easy? Is it fluctuating? Is it very rapid? Or is there some lethargy in the breathing? Dull, very shallow breathing. See if you can bring the right amount of activeness. The body is light and open. Your breathing is active, as in you are aware of each breath as it flows in and out. You're not pushing, forcing to make it very long. Neither is it very shallow. A very dull kind of breathing. So neither extreme, just the right amount of activeness to fill the lungs. And again, filling the lungs means you are just staying open so that the lungs get filled without any interference or obstruction. We'll continue to remain seated for a while. Remain light and easy in the body and the breathing. And you can continue to just listen to what I'm saying. Today we'll talk a little bit about the Yoga Sutras. They're called aphorisms, or let us say they are just guidelines to understand what yoga is, how the practice should be, and what happens with yoga practice. So yoga is a science to understand the mind, to understand how the mind works, what obstacles it can create, how to get over those obstacles, and understand our own true nature. Or you can even say understand the true nature of the mind itself. Sage Patanjali, who has written the Yoga Sutras, starts off in the first chapter saying Yoga Chitta Vritti Nirodha. So yoga is everything that we do, all the practices to still the mind. Chitta Vritti. Vritti is all the activities of the mind, the modifications of the mind. Mind is nothing but thought patterns that keep arising, passing, constantly arising, passing. So all this mental activity, if you can just silence it, reduce it, bring it to a still point, the next sutra says, Tada drashtuhu swarupe avasthanam. So yoga is a practice where you are trying to still the mind, and then the one who is witnessing, the one who is observing. So during the classes, we keep talking about I am observing the body, I am observing the mind, the breath. So many times we come back to who is that I who is observing? That I who is observing the whole body. If you can become aware of the front of your body, back of the body, every part of it, then that I must be much more than just the body. Same thing with the mind. If you can observe what is happening, all the activity, the thoughts arising, passing, the one who is observing must be something bigger than the mind as well. So that I, and also the I who keeps saying, I felt this, I got hurt, someone did this to me. Who is that I who is experiencing everything, who is making a note of everything, remembering everything? If we can get an answer to that I, they say that is the only answer you need. You start understanding the reality of everything in this world, in this life that we are all leading. So yoga, in these two lines, it says yoga chitta vritti nirodha tada drashtuhu swarupe avasthanam. So drashtu is that I who is observing, witnessing, aware all the time. So yoga says only when the mind still, you can become aware of who that I is. You will find that answer. Swarupe avasthanam, it just establishes in itself. Meaning, once you know who that I is, then there is no conflict about who is feeling, who is thinking, who is experiencing. That fact just becomes established. You just know from that point on, whatever drama is happening in our lives, just that realization is constantly there, that I am the one who is observing all this. I'm not identified with it. That I is not the one who is going through it. The body and mind might be going through a lot of things, but that I knows that I am just the one observing this whole play of life. And to still the mind, we need to understand how the mind functions. So just the next two sutras we will cover today. The next sutra says, Vritti Sarupyamittaratra, which means when the mind, chitta vrittis, have reached the stage of nirodha. Chitta vritti nirodha means they are eliminated. So there is, or settled, you can say. So when there are no thoughts, basically, you can understand who that I is. But at all other times, the mind is busy with different vrittis, different types of vrittis. Vrittaya panchatayah klishta klishtaha. So there are 5 types of vrittis. The mind is occupied in 5 different ways, let us say. And they can be good or bad in terms of the life that we are leading, in terms of your spiritual growth. They might be helpful or not helpful. And these are pramana, viparyaya, vikalpa, nidra, smritayaha. So these are the 5 vrittis. Right understanding, pramana; misunderstanding, viparyaya; imagining things. Mostly that means going into the future, going into the past and thinking, I think that person said this because of so and so. Or tomorrow when I meet somebody and I say this is how it is going to happen. So going into the past and future, imagining things. Nidra, when the mind is constantly moving, even it feels the need for a break. So it goes into the mode of sleep, where it doesn't have to control the thoughts, where it is not even aware. When it is not aware of what is happening is when it feels rested. So the mind goes into sleep. And smriti, one important way in which the mind is occupied is with memories, memories of experiences that we have stored. Whenever we felt something, pleasant, unpleasant, it is stored in memory. And this memory we keep going back to. Oh, when I did that, that felt so good. Or when that person did this or said this, that felt so bad. And it immediately brings those related emotions. So the lack of mindfulness or being present moment to moment is because the mind is occupied in, one, analyzing things and understanding that, or concluding that, so this is how things work. This is why this happened. So that is the right understanding. Two, the mind is analyzing and getting a wrong understanding. This happens especially with our interactions, where we say, this person said this, so maybe they meant this. Or you see something happening and say like, oh, those 2 people are talking, maybe they are talking about me or saying X, Y, Z. So wrong understanding. 3, imagining things. The mind is constantly imagining things, either about the past or about the future. 4, it goes into sleep, which is why many times when we are sitting in meditation, the mind starts feeling sleepy. You feel like, oh, even though you would have just woken up, try to sit silent and the mind will want to go into sleep. That's another mental activity. And smriti, memory, keep thinking of the past. Whatever happens in the past, keep visualizing that, thinking about that, and from there going back to analyzing. So presence of mind, on the contrary, is where you are just here now. No thoughts of the past. No analyzing of anything from the memory. Alive, active in every muscle, in every part of the body, which means not in a state of sleep. Not visualizing, imagining things for the future or based on past interactions, past experiences. And the simplest tools for mindfulness, to be in this present moment. That is what is the doorway to understand who that I is. All of this life that we lead with this body and mind that we have is about that I. So to understand that I, the first step is to become mindful, which means come into the now. And the easiest way is to observe the breathing. Simply notice when the breath flows in, it is flowing in now. When it flows out, it is flowing out now. That's it. You're just acknowledging that yes, it is flowing in, it is flowing out. Nothing to do about it, nothing to analyze, no need to wonder what next, no need to wonder what will happen with this. Just observing breath flowing in, breath flowing out. And another way is to be aware of the body moment to moment. Just acknowledging that all this is happening with the body. You may not be able to do both. So sometimes we focus on the breath, sometimes on the body. And with practice, we are able to focus on both the breath and the body, seeing what is happening with both aspects. So today, we set an intention always, but today, with this background, let us set an intention to be fully present with the body, with the breathing. Moment to moment, aware of what is happening in the body and the breath throughout the rest of the practice. You can set a similar intention for your day and see how mindful you can be through everything that you do, whether it's brushing, cooking, eating, doing your work, or even maybe watching TV or some other form of sensory experience. With that intention, keeping the body and mind light and open, let us chant the Omkaras, bringing those nice positive vibrations throughout the body and around us. Take a relaxed breath in. Notice the silence and stillness when you stop the chanting. That's another way to be present. Just observing the silence and stillness. You can bring your palms together, rub them. With a neutral state, observe everything you're doing, even this activity. Up your eyes and slowly blink them open. Let us start with our active practice with the asanas first. We will just do a few simple asana practices and then pranayama. So let us start with raising the arms up, joining the palms, looking up as you breathe in, bringing the hands down, chin down as you breathe out. Continue Feel that the whole body is participating. One more round. Now bring the head back to a neutral position. This time we'll go into a side stretch. So breathing in, just lengthen the arms. Breathing out, going to the side. Keep moving with the breath. Breathe in, center. Breathe out to the other side. Allow the body to open up. Stay active in the legs, the torso. One more round on both sides. Take your time to finish. And this time when you raise your arms, we'll go into a twist from here. So you can raise your arms, and as you breathe out, place the right palm on the left knee, the other palm behind you, twist. Breathing in, center, untwisting, breathing out to the other side. Keep moving. 3 rounds on both sides. Fully aware of all muscles in the body. Fully aware of the breathing and its effect on the body. And once you're done with both sides, coming back to the center, relaxing the arms. A few seconds, fully present in this moment. Use your breathing, use the body sensations to anchor yourself in the present. And now releasing the legs to the front. Move your toes a few times. Making a few ankle rotations. Observing all the muscles, how they are participating in the feet, in the legs. And reverse. And coming back to the center, take your legs back from the side, come to a tabletop position on your palms and knees. Let's go into 3 rounds of cat and cow. So breathing in, look up. Breathing out, rounding the back. Looking to the belly button. Just observe the stretches on the front and back of the torso. Finish the 3rd round and then just come back to a neutral position. And as you breathe out, sit back on your heels, looking to the front, inch your palms, your fingers forward, lengthening the spine. And as you breathe in, we come forward, bring the hips also closer to the mat. Stay there for a few seconds, noticing the stretches on the front of the body. Stay active in the back of the body as well. See if you can stay active in the fingers, the palms, the top of the feet. And now tucking your toes, going into a mountain pose. Adjust the position of your feet. And Gently pushing the chest and head inward, pushing the heels to the mat. Alternately bend one knee, just pedaling the knees. The toes are where they are, stretching out the back of the legs. And from there, start walking your feet forward between your palms, bringing them all the way in between. Just hang loose there in a forward fold. Notice all the muscles. Observe your breathing. And bringing your hands by the side of the ears as you breathe in, come up all the way, lengthening upward, gently arching backward, going into an extension backward, like the Urdhva Hastasana. No clenching around the hips. Let the hips come forward. Feel free to bend the knees if needed. That will take the back extension a little deeper. And now straightening up. Release the arms. Relax. Standing stable, coming to your Samasthiti. Observe the body, observe the breathing. Moment to moment, present here, now, with whatever is happening. Today we'll practice the Ashtanga type A Surya Namaskaras for 5 rounds. This is the simpler one. I will guide you through it. So from your Samasthiti. In this version, the hands are only going up and down from the sides. Exhale completely. As you take a breath in, join your palms at the top and look up. We're not arching back, we're just lengthening upward towards the ceiling. Continue breathing here. Feel that the stretches are coming from the soles of the feet. As you breathe out, taking your hands from the side, coming into a forward fold. Feel free to bend the knees in the first round or two. Place the fingertips on the mat. And if you're comfortable, straighten your knees. Drop your head forward, looking towards the knees. Continue breathing here. Notice all the stretches. Notice your breathing without analyzing, without wondering why something is happening, without trying to change anything. The urge to change comes because the mind is analyzing, remembering something, and wants to bring that change in the body. So just observe things as they are. The next time you breathe in, palms coming up the shins, looking to the front of the room, half forward fold. Just stay there. You're allowing the spine to lengthen. Stay with the breathing, the body sensations. Any strong sensations in any posture, see if you can just observe it for what it is in this moment. And the next time you breathe out, you're going into a plank by placing the fingertips and palms down, taking the legs back one by one. Shift your shoulders to come right above the wrist. Observe the body, observe the breathing. Stay active in every part of the body, even the back of the head, back of the neck, the back of the legs, your buttocks. Then you will not feel the load so much in the core region, the front of the body. Let's go into Ashtanga Namaskara for this round. Breathe in, chin down, knees down. Breathe out and you gently lean forward, bringing the chest and chin down. Find your stability in Ashtanga. Unlike the regular Surya Namaskara, where we do a Bhujangasana, here we extend it all the way to an upward dog. So as you breathe in, slide the belly down, stretch the toes out. You can lift the whole upper body like a cobra. Now, with the arms stretched, how much ever you can. If the arms are stretched out fully, keep the neck also tall. And if you're comfortable, your toes are stretched out, you lift up the knees and thighs. So you're only balancing on the palms. The top of the feet, you can look up. See if you can be okay with whatever is happening in the body, however far you could go into the stretch. And tucking your toes, you go into a downward dog, just like the mountain. Pushing your hips up towards the ceiling. Stay active in every part. Continue with your relaxed breathing. Being okay with whatever is happening right now, with the breathing and body sensations. Seeing it for what it is. And as you breathe in, look between your palms, step both the feet one by one to the front and place your palms on the shins for half forward fold, looking to the front of the room. See how you can be active in every part here. Even your fingertips, the chest and belly. As you breathe out, going into a full forward fold. Relax your head, looking at your knees. See if you can reach the fingertips to the mat, even if you bend the knees, and then straighten the knees, if possible for you. As you breathe in, raising your hands up from the side, joining the palms, looking up to the palms. You can look up to the tips of your thumb fingers. Lengthening through the whole body. Breathing out, hands coming down from the side, back to Samasthiti. Observe the body, stay relaxed mentally, and the body will come back to that Samasthiti, balanced, neutral state of being. And now we continue to 4 rounds of active Surya Namaskara of the same type, Ashtanga type A. So we will try to change with each breath. Only in the last downward dog, we'll hold for a few breaths. Now mentally, physically prepare, being active through the body and the mind. Exhale completely. Breathing in, Urdhva Hastasana, raise the palms, look up, joining the palms. Breathing out, Uttanasana, forward fold, hands coming down from the side. Breathing in, Ardha Uttanasana, palms on the shins, looking to the front. Breathe out into plank, Santulanasana, take both the legs back, shoulders right above the wrist. Now from here, you can go into Ashtanga or do the push-up, half push-up, where you lower the whole body down, closer to the floor, And then as you breathe in, sliding up to Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. So you can do the same from Ashtanga Namaskara. Breathing out, Adho Mukha Svanasana. And take a few breaths here. Looking towards the knees or the belly button. Keeping the chin tucked in. As you breathe in next, look to the front of the mat. Bring both the feet forward. Palms on the shins for half forward fold. Ardha Uttanasana. Breathing out, full forward fold. Uttanasana. Breathing in, hands by the side, coming up to Urdhva Hastasana. Breathing out, Samasthiti, hands coming down. Observe every part of the body. Observe your breathing. Staying right here, moment to moment. It's almost like you're just telling yourself, or you are just coming back, saying, observing the body now, observing the breathing now. Just come into the now. And that's not a one thing that you do over a few seconds or minutes. Every moment you have to come back to now. This is the body. Now this is the breathing. Finding your stability. 3 more rounds. Exhale. Inhale. Arms raised up, looking up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale, plank. Knees down, chest down, chin down, or a full push-up. And going into upward facing dog. And then downward facing dog. Stay there. Breathing in next. Half forward fold. Palms on the shin. Breathing out, forward fold. Breathing in, arms coming up from the side. Breathing out, Samasthiti. Let's continue. 2 more rounds. Inhale. Exhale, full forward fold. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale, plank. Staying active. Ashtanga Namaskara or your push-up. Breathing in to upward facing dog. Breathing out, downward facing dog. Stay there. Breathing in, half forward fold. Breathing out, full forward fold. Breathing in, coming up all the way. Breathing out, arms by the side. If you need to, take an extra breath in between. And at your own pace, when you are ready, you can continue or you can follow along with me. Inhale. I'll just give the breath cues. Exhale. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale. Inhale, exhale to Ashtanga, or you can hold the breath going into a push-up, breathing into upward facing dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. Stay there. Keep breathing. Active in your fingers, palms. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale, full forward fold. Inhale, coming up from the side. Exhale, Samasthiti. Aware of the whole body, aware of your breathing. Find that stability, no urgency to move or finish anything. Whenever you feel ready, the last round, or go along with me. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Breathe in and breathe out or hold your breath. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, down dog. Stay there. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale into Samasthiti. Come back to that neutrality, stability in the body. So take your time. Standing where you are, as you are, eyes closed. Awareness of the body and the breath. Simply observing with a relaxed mind, allowing the body and breath to settle down. If you can also feel that silence, when the body is moving and stops suddenly also, you can notice that stillness, that silence within, around. When you feel more stable with the body and breathing, you can come down. Sit comfortably with the legs stretched out and then come into a butterfly. You can lift one buttock, place it down. The soles of the feet are together. You can interlock your fingers beneath your feet. Try to keep the shoulders back straight. Close your eyes. Observe how the butterfly feels to start with. If you're feeling an intense stretch, maybe some other part is not active. Maybe your calf muscles are not active. Gently press the heels together. That makes the other parts of the leg active. And notice what happens to the sensation on the inner thighs and groin. Many times our discomfort is because the whole body is not active. So just bringing that activeness. Now from here, we'll go into a twist in butterfly. So breathe in, raise your arms to the sides. Feel that you're lengthening from the tailbone. And as you breathe out, twist to your right. Left palm coming on the right knee or the right thigh. Wherever the hand reaches, the other hand behind you on the floor, closer to the body if possible. Now looking over the shoulder, coming back into presence. Simply observing body sensations, the breath, with a relaxed and neutral mind. Observe the effect of every breath on the body. See what is happening to all the different muscles as you breathe in, breathe out. See if you're active in every part. The head turning back, every part of the spine twisting, the neck, upper back, middle back, lower back. Check the pressure of your palms on the leg, on the floor behind. Stay active in the torso. Observe the state of mind when it does not know how long you need to stay in the posture. Whenever there's something uncertain, the mind can feel a little restless. Observe that as well. Staying neutral, easy, relaxed. And as you breathe in, gently untwisting, opening the arms out. As you breathe out, going to the other side. Make sure your back is tall, perpendicular to the floor. Keep your hand wherever it's comfortable, on the thigh, on the knee. Doesn't matter. Bring your awareness to the spine, making sure you're twisting from the lower back, through the whole of the back, all the way to the neck. Light on the palms, active in the core, in the back muscles. Observe in stillness. All these cues, all these instructions we give to observe different parts of the body, the breathing, are all to come to that mindful present state. We're only observing the body, the breath, the state of the mind, not worried about the past or the future, feeling active, so there's no lethargy, no going into past memories. Just here now, with whatever is happening on the mat. Active in every part of the body, relaxed and easy mentally. And as you inhale, untwisting, arms open, bring the hands down. Now just for a few seconds, you can hold the fingers below the feet if you can, otherwise just place them on the ankles, staying nice and tall. If your body allows, keep the chin slightly tucked in, lean forward from the hip joint, just stretching out the lower back. Go as far as you're comfortable. Stay active in the calves again. Stay active in the feet and soles. And once you get a good stretch in the lower back, you can even feel free to drop the head towards the legs, lengthening, stretching from the middle and upper back as well. You can keep your arms wherever it's comfortable for you. Notice how staying active helps. Gently press the heels to bring activeness in the lower leg. Stay active in the arms, your palms and fingers, your neck and head. And slowly, as you breathe in, you can straighten up. Stretch the legs out in front. With the legs stretched out in Dandasana, take a few seconds to come back to presence. Now lean back to place your elbows on the mat, your forearms on the mat. Palms are either side of the hip. We'll go into a fish pose from here. Remain active in the legs, raising the chest, dropping the head back. Stay active in the front of the neck, the chin. That way you will not strain the neck by dropping it back. Active in the face, the collarbone, shoulder joints. Active in the arms, all the muscles on the front of the neck, as if they are also helping in lifting up the neck. Adjust as needed. And slowly lifting the head first, straightening up, coming to Dandasana again. Take a few moments, observing the whole body again. Now come into a Sukhasana, sitting back comfortably. Let's finish our pranayama before we lie down and relax a bit in Shavasana. So adjust your posture. Make sure your back is straight. Your legs are in any comfortable seated posture. You can even just keep them one ankle in front of the other. That might be a very easy posture also. And once you're comfortable, chin slightly tucked in, left hand in a chin mudra. Today we'll practice Chandra Bhedana, Surya Bhedana, and alternate nostrils. Again, these practices are very cleansing. They detox us and bring a state of balance. The other thing is, because we are focusing on the pattern of breathing, the mind will have to stay here and now, increasing our mindfulness. So keep the back straight, chin tucked in, right hand in Vishnu Mudra. You're folding the two fingers next to the thumb. And then you use the thumb and the ring finger to block the nostrils. We start with Chandra Bhedana. So just bring your fingers on either side of the nostrils. Chandra Bhedana, the Chandra Nadi or the moon Nadi, it's known as, starts in the left. So Bhedana, we are piercing through that to clear our blockages. So you breathe in on the right, breathe out on the left. We'll do that for a few rounds. Exhale completely. Breathe in on the right, out on the left. In on the right, out on the left. Whichever side you're breathing through, try to observe all the sensations in that half of the body. Keep the body light and open. Just the natural, easy breathing. You're only blocking one side. One last round. After you exhale, you can bring your hand down. Let the breath flow through both nostrils again. And this time we move to Surya Bhedana. The Surya Nadi is what starts in the right nostril. So you breathe in on the left and out on the right. So let's practice that for a few rounds. Exhale completely. Inhale on the left. Exhale on the right. Notice the sensation in that half through which you're breathing as you inhale and exhale. One last round. Finish this round and then you can bring your hand down. Notice the stillness, the silence. And now we practice Nadi Shodhana, which establishes that state of balance through both the nadis. So you breathe in on the left, out on the right, in on the right, out on the left. That is one cycle. So preparing for the practice, exhale through both, and then you can start with inhaling on the left. Effortless and easy, aware of all the sensations, aware of every breath. Observe if the mind wanders off even through the practice. Bring it back gently to observe body sensations, to see whether you're practicing effortlessly, effortless in the body and the breathing. Last round. Whenever you exhale on the left, you can bring your hand down. Observe the state of the mind, state of the body, and you can slowly relax the body into Shavasana. Shavasana is a great time to observe the mind. The body is relaxed, the breathing relaxed. So today in Shavasana, taking time to settle down. And once you are ready to keep the body still, let the breathing be natural. Feel the stillness, the silence around. Try to stay with the body sensations, with the breathing, the effect of the breathing on the body sensation. Let go into this. If and when you notice that the mind wandered off, bring it back. And today, see where it went off. Did it go to a past memory? Did it go somewhere into the future? Was it just commenting about something happening now? Just observe what was happening and then come back to your body sensations, to the breathing. Come back to that stillness if you can. The state of stillness, which is easy to reach in Shavasana or a relaxed meditation posture. That is the stillness, the mental stillness, which can show us who that I is. That I, that is the central part of all of our life. I, me, my. It's only the silence that can get you an experience of who that I is. So the first step is to teach the mind or train the mind to get comfortable with that silence, that stillness. But there is no need for it to get into any of the vrittis. Allow yourself to be in that stillness a little longer, a little more longer. Only by establishing in that stillness, you can truly see how life is just a play, drama, and how much of that is unnecessary, causing unnecessary energy drainage, ill health, stress and tension. The moment you can see it through your own experience is when things start dropping. You start aligning more with the flow of life.
Trying to stay with that stillness, with that presence of mind. Let's try to sustain that even as we start moving the body, even as we take more active breath to come out of that passiveness in the body and breathe. To start moving the body little by little, take a nice deep breath. See if you can stay fully present. Gentle movements throughout the body. Take your time to stretch yourself out. Coming back active and refreshed. And when you're ready, with your eyes closed, coming up to a seated position. As we end the class, maybe it's time to set another intention to remain fully present, present to the inner body sensations, present to the breath, maybe both. Whenever you remember it, even if you have moved off, the mind has gotten busy, the moment you remember it, come back to being aware of the body and breath, coming into presence as and when you remember. Setting that intention for ourselves, let us end the practice, wishing that state of presence, stillness for all beings, including ourselves, with the closing prayer. Take a nice breath in. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Rub your palms. Move that energy to your face, your head, the whole body if you feel like it. Or if any specific part is a little sore today, you can just rub your palms and place your palms there again for a bit. And slowly cup your eyes, blink your eyes. Thank you. Take care and see you soon.